Hello students, welcome to the session of Metrology and Quality Control. In today's session we'll discuss about comparator. Different types of comparator we'll discuss and with their working principle. As well we'll go with their applications. So different types of comparator means we'll usually discuss mechanical, pneumatic, electronics, optical, electronics and electrical type of comparator. So comparator is a device which gives us a precision measurement, and with that it provides us the accuracy by eliminating the human error. Again, when comparator is employed, it provides the dimensions of a given component which usually differs from the datum value. We may call this datum as a actual value. Again, it also gives us the difference between the actual and standard dimensions of any of the object, or we can say it as a workpiece. So basic principle of or example of comparator is shown over here. So we can see that one object is there which is called as a standard object, and another object is placed over here which is a simple workpiece. So for getting the dimensions of workpiece, it should be compared with some of the dimensions. So for that, first reading of the standard value is to be taken. So what is standard we'll discuss later on. So suppose standard value dimension is h1. So for getting the dimension of workpiece as h1, or we should go for measurement of that value, and if there is any deviation, then that deviation will be noted as the difference. So shown over here is h1 as the standard value and h2 as the measured value, we can say, which provides the variation. That is, suppose initially the setting was done to 0 level, which shows h1 value. At that same level, when we remove the standard object and just place another workpiece below this plunger which sends the value, so it provides a small deviation which is nothing but the difference or the error value. So before starting with different comparators, so we can define or call comparator as nothing but a device which provides, that is, which picks or senses the small variations of dimensions, as we have seen. Again, it not only senses but it magnifies the value, and with that, with magnification, it displays the value by using the indicating device. So time being, in smaller terms, we can say that a comparator is a device which picks the value, magnifies it and displays it by using the indicating or displaying unit. So how the comparator is classified, it is shown over here. So first one is mechanical comparator. We call mechanical comparator because what are the instruments or parts present in that type of comparator will be all mechanical components, that is, or such as gears, pinions, linkages, levers, springs, etc. Likewise, second one is pneumatic comparator, which uses the pneumatical components, that is, valves, that is high pressure components, valves, back pressure, etc. Third one is optical, which uses the optical parts such as lens, mirrors, light source. Electrical, which uses the transformers. Likewise, electronic uses amplifiers, and combine, that means combine of any two, maybe mechanical electrical or pneumatic electrical, likewise. So we'll discuss those one by one, but before that, what are the requirements of a good comparator, that is, how we can call it as a good, that is, characteristics of a comparator. So for use of a comparator, it should be compact, easy to handle, it should provide a quick response, it should be reliable, it should have less weight, cheaper in cost, should be available readily in the market, should have less maintenance, robust design. Likewise, connectivity issue should not be there, and it should be backlash or wear free. We cannot get 100% wear free, but these are some of the characteristics which are required for a comparator. Now, first type of comparator, that is mechanical comparator, I told you that it is classified based on the components used in that, and which are all mechanical. So from this slide we can see that these are the following subtypes of a mechanical comparator, that is, first one is dial indicator, Johnson's microcator, sigma comparator and mechanical optical type of comparator. This classification is based on the different working principle of each of the comparator. We'll discuss it one by one. So before moving that, what are the mechanical components used for magnification purposes? First one may be the rack and pinion mechanism, which is basically used in dial indicator. Next one we have is cam and gear trend, we can say. We can have lever trend, that is lever with a tooth gear. Next one we can have a compound levers, number of levers can be used for magnification or indicating purpose. Next one is twisted taut strip, that is in olden days when we were using the strip we have to twist it and that twisted strip will provide the values. Then lever with a combined number of mechanism, this one. So first one is the dial indicator. It is a device, again uses the gear and levers. Basic devices are gears and levers. So instead of discussing all, I will directly show you the mechanism and working principle. So it contains one slider, we call is that a stylus or a plunger. Straight part over here shown is a stylus, which is provided with a rack type of connection over here. That means object will be placed over here, and when object is placed, this plunger will move up and down position. So when this movement is provided, that time pinion 1 we can see over here is connected to the plunger, and which will rotate in anti-clockwise direction when it is lifted. Same motion will be transferred to gear 1, and from gear 1 is connected to pinion 2, which will transfer motion to pinion 2, and from pinion 2, which are mounted on same shaft, will be transferred to gear 2. Likewise from that to pinion 3, and pinion 3 is the gear on which the we can say that indicator will be mounted or pointer will be mounted. One extra part is provided over here, that is Hale coil spring we call it, because you can call it as a back spring. When total plunger moves upward, so reward movement should be there or motion should be there for the plunger. So for that purpose we can say that coil spring and hair springs are used. And to avoid the horizontal movement, we have the rack guide, and this one. So this is the basic usual principle of a mechanical comparator. Only the parts will change here on. So this one is first dial indicator. This is just the outer body of a dial indicator, mostly used device or mechanical comparator. So these are the contact points. This is the plunger as we seen earlier over here, same is shown over here, and this pointers are shown. Dial indicator will have 1 micron usual list count. What is list count we already discussed in the earlier sessions. Okay, let's move on. This is the actual comparator. The figure shows the actual comparator. So the manufacturers of dial indicator are Mitutoyo, Precision Engineers, etc. Digital micro or dial indicators are also available. What are the different applications and uses? We can use it for the run out radial motion movement checking, or otherwise checking the geometrical tolerances and likewise. Next one we have Johnson's microcator. It is one of the type of a mechanical comparator. It works on the principle of button spring, that is this one. Usually this type of movement we call it as Abramson movement, that is this will be the plunger which will be connected with the bell crank lever, and at the lower end, or we can say that suppose this plunger with a bell crank lever, bell crank will have a right angle sorry, with longer length and a shorter length. So to the shorter length we can call it, or we can connect a twisted strip. Twisted strip is nothing but a metal strip which is twisted and attached to the smaller end, and on at the center where 2 holes are provided, on that we can mount the pointer. So when plunger moves up and down, that time this dial or bell crank will provide the angular motion, and that angular motion will tend to twist this strip, and when this strip is twisted, obviously this pointer will move. If you see the side view, the pointer will move in these 2 directions. and that will be directly calibrated to this scale, and we can get directly the reading. So to guide the plunger to avoid motions, slit washer is provided. Similar type of mechanical comparator. Usual magnification provided by microcator is 5000. So same detailed view is shown over here, that is total length of twisted strip with the twisted 2 strips of small L length with the moment of 4 cf and W width. Actual Johnson's microcator is shown over here. These are some photographs of Johnson's microcator. Slit washer is shown over here. There are some advantages and disadvantages of mechanical or Johnson's microcator, we can say. That is, important is parallax type of error may occur, but advantages are cheaper, external resources are not required, that is power supply we don't require, robust construction is there, likewise similar or simple linear scales are there. Sigma comparator, the most popular, again one of the important comparator exam point of view as well. So this is the actual photograph of a sigma comparator. Now what is the difference in the working mechanism? Usually what are the components in sigma comparator? We have a sapphire block. This separate figure is nothing but the working principle for a sigma comparator, that is this one, sapphire block. Sapphire block in which one block is fixed, other block is movable. So when force is applied on the movable block in downward direction, obviously it will show some sort of motion, and that motion will be our sensing and picking device. So how to check the readings? For that, plunger is mounted over here vertical, one notch will be provided to the plunger instead of rack in case of dial indicator, and instead of bell crank lever in case of microcator. Over here we have a plunger. Plunger will sense the value, it will be connected to the knife edge type supportive moment which has a length L, distance L from the sapphire block. Likewise the knife edge will be mounted on the sapphire block which is movable one. So obviously when motion is there, it will be provided to the movable block, and that will be magnified using this total distance. Obviously sensed value will be magnified with distance L and this radius R. That is, we call this as a Y arm which has capital L length, and then to the Y arm end the pointer will be connected. So how the magnification will be there? As I told you, this is the actual sigma comparator. So magnification, total magnification will be, I think this is displayed in the presentation, but it will be usually L by R into D by R. So next we'll move on. Next, another type of mechanical comparator is reed type. It is the most simple type because again, as similar to sapphire block, one side will be fixed, that is A side, another side will be movable, and both blocks will be connected with the help of reeds. That's why it is called as a reed type, and it provides frictionless motion, so its sensitivity is very good. This is the actual reed type. Mechanical optical comparator. This is the combined type of a comparator in which we uses light source, that is shown over here. That is principle of mechanical optical comparator. One plate will be used that we call it as a mirror. One at one end it will be pivoted, and at other end plunger will be used to sense the magnification, and light will be incident on the mirror. Obviously its working principle would be the incidence angle principle, that is incident angle will be theta, then reflected light will be twice theta. So this is the basic concept. I can say that the actual diagram for a mechanical comparator. So plunger, so from pivoted point we have x1 distance, and another end of the plunger is at x2 distance. Likewise, this will be the mechanical magnification, we can say, because when workpiece is shown over here, smaller variations if available over here, so due to that, magnification will be x2 divided by x1. Likewise, that magnification or sensed value will be transferred to this mirror, and over there what will have, its distance will be x3, and reflected incident light will be over here and reflected will be over here. That means, suppose this is light source, then light will be incident over here, and due to the movement of the mirror, so total reflected light will be twice value. That means double magnification we are getting, that is x4 by x3. This is the actual mechanical optical comparator. Some of the advantages is nothing but higher accuracy due to the optical parameters, but requires light source. Next important type of comparator is Solex comparator. Usually Solex comparator is nothing but pneumatic comparator. It works on the principle of pressure difference between the airs, input and output. Now some of the gauging parameters is shown over here. I think we'll discuss in continued sessions. We'll directly move on to Solex comparator. Now this is actual Solex comparator. So what are the different parts of Solex comparator? Compressor is there, through which compressed air will be passed. FRL unit, filtered, so air will be regulated and filtered. Then that filtered air with some compressed value will be passed towards the deep tube which contains water in it. Then again metered flow of orifice or air is passed through the orifice, and then it will be connected to the gauging head, and that gauging head will be passed on to check the deviations in the value of the component. Usually it checks the parameter, comparison is there, that's why. And if any deviation is there, suppose this is the gauging head which magnified view is shown over here, so this is the parameter value, that is component value. Air, metered air will be passed over here, metered air will be passed over here. Now if there is deviation over here, that is some sort of roughness values are provided, that means that time air will be passed towards this value, and as it moves further, reflected or back pressure will be created, and that back pressure again is reflected over here, that is in the micrometer. So you can say that back pressure is calibrated in terms of micrometer, and that height of micrometer will be directly calibrated in terms of values of deviation. So this is the most simple type of pneumatic comparator. So to avoid the variation in the values, instead of single jet, we most probably go for double jet, that is from both sides, so we'll get accurate values. This is the actual pneumatic comparators. Number of practical sessions are to be conducted on this type of comparators. So it has most advantages, that is higher magnification is there, less friction area is there, less measuring pressure we require, and it determines ovality and taperness. But important disadvantages are also there due to its non-portability, and scale is generally not uniform. Number of deviation values are there due to that. And again important is it requires compressors with the compressed airs and regulator component. Another type of comparator we have is electrical. Obviously when the word electrical comes, so power source is required. Again when we will move on further, disadvantage of electrical comparator will be the electrical or power source, but accuracy is more, we'll discuss it. Electrical comparator is nothing but the LVDT. LVDT is nothing but linear variable displacement transfer. So it uses a core, and with that induction principle, that is it operates on the induction principle, and this will be connected to the Wheatstone bridge circuit, which will provide us the direct values. Some of the special type of comparators maybe high magnification comparators. Usually there are two types. First one is Brooks level and next one is Edenrold comparator. Usually this is nothing but for higher magnification. So Brooks level is nothing but a standard block will be used. With that a job will be used whose dimensions is to be checked or is to be gauged. So obviously Brooks level is nothing but two types of scales will be provided on the spirit type of level, and one value will be collected over here and another value will be collected over here. So total movement, round movement of the Brooks level will provide us the deviation in the total value. Again, another type of high magnification comparator is nothing but the Edenrold median comparator. It is a device that is in this magnification is achieved first by mechanical system and then will get the magnification by optical, that is similar to our mechanical optical type of comparator. So same type, that is one will be fixed strip, another will be moving strip, and this will be the reeds or we can say that pointer strips, and beyond that we'll be connecting our optical device. So magnification will be same as shown over here, that is delta x for this and total length over here, with that distance is or will be d. So ratio of both, that is delta x by more small angular moment of delta x will provide the magnification L by d, that is delta x into L upon d into delta x, this one. So usually we get 400x magnification in Edenrold comparator. So this will be the small delta x sensation value or sensed value which will create a angular gap of d, and that will be used for magnification. Second magnification which we discussed was about optical, that is further it will be connected to a optical device, and that will provide a combined magnification of 20,000x, that is further where it will be connected over here, that is some of the mirror applications will be used. So mechanical magnifications into optical magnification, so total combined will be this. So thank you for today's session. So we have discussed about comparator